If you've had enough of watching winter sports, maybe you have, perhaps a movie is in the cards for the weekend. With a look at new releases, CTV film critic Richard Crouse joins us. Nice to see you as always, Richard. We've got a full slate, so let's jump right into it. Baz Luhrmann, the director, brought us the Elvis biopic. Seems like he can't shake the king, I guess. So we get this is called Epic Elvis Presley in Concert. Let's take a look.
We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby.
Is this about reclaiming Elvis's talent and maybe stripping away some of what became, I don't know.
It's about taking away some of the kitschy elements here. So the story behind this is that years ago, when the director Baz Luhrmann was putting together the Elvis movie with Austin Butler, he wanted some footage that no one had ever seen before of the real Elvis. So they found it in the most unlikely place. In a salt mine in Kansas, they found 68 cases of 8mm and 32mm film that had never been seen before. A lot of it didn't have sound. They restored the film. They matched the film with sound that was recorded from 1969 to about 1977 during Elvis's residency in Las Vegas at the International Hotel. And the result is Epic, Elvis Presley in Concert. And when I think of the Elvis Vegas years, I think of the jumpsuits with the capes with those glittery eagles on them. I think of sideburns that look like shag carpet. I think of the karate moves. All that stuff is here. But you also have Elvis, who is absolutely 100% in control of this enormous band on stage. His voice sounds great, that great versatile baritone that he had, and more importantly, he's in charge of the audience. This is not a has-been. This is not a novelty act. This is a performer working at the very peak of his powers. It's called Epic, Elvis Presley in Concert. It's on IMAX this week, and it goes to regular theaters next week. See it as large and as loud as you can, because it's really quite exhilarating.
That's a good point. That's some of the stuff. His talent got lost in all of that artifice, right? So it's nice to see that reclaimed. Okay, next, Money, Family, and Revenge, all red meat for a dark comedy. This is How to Make a Killing.
Okay, gun to your head. What would you even do with $1 billion?
Why do you have a gun to my head?
I guess the question is, will this make a killing?
Well, I'm not sure. Glenn Powell is kind of the it guy in Hollywood right now after Top Gun Maverick and a great movie called Hitman that not enough people saw. Also, Running Man was out a couple of months ago. Here he stars as the son of a woman who came from a very wealthy family, but that wealthy family disowned her. So after she passes away, he finds out that he is still in line for an inheritance. Trouble is, there's a bunch of people between him and the inheritance, so he decides to kill them all to get to the $28 billion fortune that he thinks should rightfully be his. And this is a movie that is a satire of social standing and the class system. It is a dark comedy by times. It's a thriller. And unfortunately, it's not enough of any of those elements. It all sort of sits in the mushy middle and never can quite make up its mind exactly what it wants to be. Glenn Powell, super charming actor. Margaret Qualley is fun in here, but it really doesn't all hold together. So it's like a 2.5 out of 5-star movie for me.
Yeah, mushy middle is not a good place for a film.
No.
Okay, Crime 101 is the next film. It's a heist flick set in L.A. Some pretty big names. We have a clip.
Racing green.
Right color.
That is a beautiful car.
I need to be in your line of work.
I think I saw this the first time when it was called Bullet. Mark Ruffalo takes another turn as a ruffled detective.
Yep, this is a movie that will remind you of a lot of other movies. They say great artist, good artists borrow, great artists steal. And so I don't know where the director on this movie sits. His name is Bart Layton, but he has made a movie here that looks fantastic. The LA setting is cool. You don't see a lot of like gritty crime dramas set there unless it's made by Michael Mann. And this one put me in the mind of Heat. It put me in the mind of a great movie called Thief with James Caan. It borrows elements from those. It's got dazzling star power in it. Halle Berry and everyone else that is in this are very entertaining to watch. And while you're sitting in front of it, it's an entertaining movie, but a shroud of deja vu came over me while I was watching it. So it's like a 3.5-star movie for entertainment if you don't mind watching things that you feel like you've already seen.
Okay, well, I felt I saw Steve McQueen's car in there. Okay, look, before we go, I got to mention Robert Duvall.
Yeah.
Big loss for Hollywood. And then was 95. He had a tremendous life and a tremendous career. Where does he sit in the pantheon of big names?
Oh, he was, as People magazine called him, Hollywood's #1, #2 lead actor. He was rarely ever the top of the call sheet star in a movie, but he was so charismatic, so interesting on screen. I met him a few times, but I interviewed him once where we had to sit very close together. He was hard of hearing, and every time he spoke, because we were so close together, I couldn't concentrate on what he was actually saying because all I heard was, "I love the smell of napalm in the morning," or a line from The Godfather, or him as Frank Burns in MASH. Like, this was a guy that was so, such a towering figure that it made me starstruck, and I never get starstruck.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Yeah, I forgot he was the original Frank Burns.
He was in the movie MASH.
And, of course, he did a film not far from your hometown, down in Shelburne, The Scarlet Letter with Demi Moore.
That's right.
Had a small role in that. Okay, Richard Crouse, thanks for being with us. Happy viewing. We'll talk to you again soon.
We'll talk to you soon, Todd. Thank you.
We'll be back with more after this.